Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. Now, I'd like us to pay attention to a statement that Professor Herman Manyora delivered. Then, after the statement, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to tell me whether you think that Matiangi is a project. He is actually a William RUTO project. So just pay attention to this statement from Herman Manyora.
Matiangi is a project. First, a project of Uhuru, and secondly, a project of RUTO and Raila Odinga. Let me explain. That Matiangi could be Uhuru's project so that Uhuru can deal with the Gachagua. That if Uhuru doesn't do something, Gachagua will end up entrenching himself as the kingpin of the mountain at the expense of Uhuru Kenyatta and the Kenyatta family. And therefore, you need to bring in Matiangi to disrupt Gachagua's march to the top of Mount Kenya. A project for RUTO and Raila through Uhuru Kenyatta. To mean, therefore, that Uhuru Kenyatta will be ganging up with Raila Odinga and RUTO to face the united opposition.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. Is Matiangi her project? Now, ever since Uhuru delivered a statement during the Jubilee NDC, you see, politicians allied to Rigathi Gachagua have labeled Matiangi a project. Well, let me be honest with you. It is not the first time they started labeling him as a project.
Matiangi ni project. Ya thirikari.
What do you mean?
Is a state project.
Are you President Uhuru Kenyatta's project?
No, I am not. I mean, why would I be riled by that? People ask me that is not even something that can annoy me. It can't even annoy a cockroach. That is a simple matter.
It cannot annoy a cockroach.
It's a simple matter. Why would I be annoyed about that? You see, and actually, I even expect that you would ask that because I served under President Kenyatta as a cabinet minister for 10 years. He trusted me in the last 3 years of his administration to chair the cabinet coordination, committee, and he is my friend, and I have no problems about that. Now, how would I be a project? I have just come from the World Bank. Am I the World Bank's project?
3 days before that NDC gathering, there was a statement that was shared whereby some people were seen clashing regarding the position of Matiangi in the opposition politics. Now, according to Herman Manyora, he is very much confident that calling Matiangi a project is not a mistake because there are all indications that he has been deployed to divide the opposition. Honestly speaking, this is not something that the people in Kisii would like to hear people talk about because they have all their hopes on Matiangi. They know that this is their time to also produce a presidential candidate. It's not like those days back in the day whereby Simeon Nyanchai also attempted to throw his weight in the opposition politics, but then constantly failed. It's not like those days. They believe that now this is the right time. In fact, Matiangi is the person who can do that. Someone confronted me with a very, very shocking revelation about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and I didn't want to agree with his words because he was merely trying to spread propaganda. But he was very confident, telling me that I am foreseeing a scenario. He was telling me that there is something that is in him that is telling him that there is a very, very big possibility that Uhuru has been deployed to divide the opposition to the advantage of William Ruto. but then at the expense of Rigathi Gachagua, because Rigathi has been working towards consolidating the opposition, trying to tell them to be united. Because the only way they can beat William Ruto is when they are united. So this is not something that is new. I believe you've seen videos where Rigathi is making those statements. Not even Rigathi. There are cases whereby other politicians in the opposition have been making such statements.
Where you sit, you prefer Matiangi on his own party and not Jubilee?
I honestly don't speak for him, and I don't know his plans, but what I'm saying from where I sit, Matiangi doesn't look like he's in the opposition.
Okay.
Matiangi looks like he's a project who's coming to break the party, and that suspicion has been there.
All right.
Mind you, Matiangi has not uttered a word ever since people started labeling him as a, mtu mwingine ambaye hana mwelekeo. Hajaongea swala lolote. Watu ambao wako katika UDA Kenya Kwanza ndio wamekuwa wakiongea mambo mengi sana, wakisema kwamba huyu Matiangi ni mtu ambaye aliserve under Ruto's aliserve na Ruto under Uhuru's government. That during their time they made a lot of mistakes which cannot go unpunished. That the government of Uhuru should be punished. The former government of Uhuru, the people there should be punished. And if those people are to be punished, one of the people supposed to be punished is Matiangi. But no, Matiangi hajaongelea swala vizuri, amenyamaza kabisa. Because I think he's mastered the art of silence. It's the best way in politics, the art of silence. Because anything you say in politics, as a politician, you will find yourself in trouble with Kenyans, because it will come a time whereby these things will be unveiled to the people. So why are people convinced that Matiangi is a project?
Matiangi ni project ya thirikari.
So based on those details, ladies and gentlemen, could we say that Matiangi is committing a very terrible mistake? So looking at Matiangi's political ratings at the moment, would you say that Matiangi is committing a very terrible mistake? Because honestly speaking, over the weekend, Matiangi has not been with this opposition team, with this united opposition team. He has not been with them. So that is already indicating that yeye ashajitenga. Would you say that Matiangi may commit a terrible mistake there? Just tell us below in the comment section. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.